Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Link Chat. I'm Michael, language coach and computational linguist. I help people reclaim heritage languages, prepare for travel or life abroad, and reach their goals with less resourced languages. Now, let's jump into today's lesson. So, in Tuscarora, we have this aspect called the perfective or the stative aspect. Personally, the stative aspect sounds better to me because it describes what it is. And this aspect, as opposed to, like, it's not as complex as the serial or the ongoing aspect, but it is definitely a more complex one compared to, say, the punctual. So, in terms of understanding what this does not refer to an ongoing action. Those will be done with the ongoing aspect in one of its tenses. Typically, this perfective aspect will refer to something that is it will refer to, like, the state of something, the state of the action, or the quality that somebody holds. Maybe someone held that quality. You know, someone can be that quality. They can like, we could say they were that quality. You can also even do a remote past marker, where you could say you could refer to something that was done in, like I would say had been. So it's something, it refers to, like, a past done action that had happened. So something that took place further out in the past. So you can do now, if you talk about, like, if you're using the word done, like the verb do, right? Done is an adjective or a verb participle, just like drunk is to drink, or eaten is to eat, or sown is to sow. So stuff like that. You can use this for, something like he had sowed, and you can also use this for, like, he has done, he had done, he had been done. And then there's also a hypothetical or a future as well for this. And this one is used a lot with, like, if blah 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 blah. Like, if I were some quality XYZ blah blah. So this takes place in their hypothetical state. And there's actually a present progressive, tense that's used in this. And that that would be like, this basically translates, like, in the process of. So you've got, like, a present progressive tense that you can use. You've got this remote past had been done marker. You can do a has done. You can do a had done, and you could even do had had done, had sown. So you can do all of those types of things, as well as the present, which describes the quality of something. So this could be something like like I am alive, right? So if you do something like unha means to live, or to be alive. Okay, so you have unha or unha to live or to be alive. So if you say something like, kunhe kunhe, and then you add this stative marker at the end for that, then this means that I am alive. It could also mean it would it, this is what it would mean in this tense, in the stative. If you were saying this in a different tense, like if you were using unhe in, like, the the serial, you could say I am living. But you could say I am actively. I feel like that wouldn't make any sense. Like if you were to use hatya. the present progressive in the process of I'm in the process of living. Like maybe that I don't know. Somebody would have to be telling a story or something. I'm not even sure how that would work. It would just function as an adjective in this. So you have verbs like that, where if you use this marker, it's gonna just mean the adjective version of that, the state, the quality of living, which is being alive. It's the same with this ra huisne. So ra is he, ra is he, huisne is strong or to be strong, and then this is one of the endings. So probably should have talked about this at the beginning, but the endings can vary. Endings for the stative can vary. Okay, so these can be we can have this can end in a glottal stop. This can be an I have to check which one of those. It's either or oo. And then you can also have, sometimes you could even just have a vowel extender. And oftentimes, I believe that sometimes the vowel extender may even seem like it's like not even, it's not doing much with the verb. It's kind of hard to see this being used. Like one of the examples that there was for this was the wa here is a non-human object marker. So refers to the fact that lunch was the thing being made. Ka is I, and then atihroti. So I made lunch, and this uses this. So I'm assuming that because lunch is made, lunch got made by you, or it got made somehow, that you can use this stative for that. And I think, and this is one of the cases where you simply extend. So this would be walk. This would be probably walk off, honestly, but the example doesn't show that. I might have forgotten this. I don't know. But this could be wakaati roti. I made lunch. That would go in that example. So we have different tenses that this can be used for. And like I said, you can use it for the present progressive. You can use it for this hypothetical state, usually for if statements like that, subjunctive if statements. Present progressive, literally in the process of, so something getting done. Remote past, had been done marker. You can also do this. I'll call this recently finished past or recent past. And this is like a more like telling a past story type of thing. So you have all these different things you can use that for. So that's pretty much all that I have for this. There are different there's like specific things you could talk about with each, like how verb stems verb stems that end in long vowels often take a T, for this. But like in the I could probably just talk about that in the past tense video. Long vowels often take T. So yeah, we have these things here, and that's about it. So thank you all for watching this intro to the stative aspect. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and tell others about this. And I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see you guys in the video on the stative present. Thank you.